All right, let's jump right in. Imagine trying to navigate a giant complex maze, but the walls are constantly shifting around you. Well, honestly, that's exactly what AI governance feels like for organizations today. And get this, according to recent survey data, only a staggering 12% of companies actually feel prepared to handle the surging AI and political risks in the middle of all this global regulatory chaos.
Welcome to today's Explainer. We are tackling the Global AI Governance Challenge. We're going to take a fascinating journey from the high-level macro global agreements all the way down to the micro, actionable steps your company can take. We'll explore the shifting legal landscape, and we'll see exactly how top-tier corporate boards are responding to the pressure.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover the G7's global vision, compare the EU and US rulebooks, look at some crazy rapid legislative shifts, discuss board oversight, dive into the wild new world of agentic AI, and wrap up with actionable risk-based testing. Let's go.
Section 1. The G7's Global AI Vision, the Hiroshima Process.
Okay, so before we get into the incredibly messy reality on the ground, we have to start with the big picture. Where did this global push for a unified AI rulebook really crystallize? It happened at the 2023 G7 Hiroshima Summit. This summit produced the Hiroshima Process International Guiding Principles, which had one very clear mandate: harmonize advanced AI governance worldwide and promote safe, secure, and trustworthy AI across all borders.
What's actually great about these core G7 principles is how incredibly practical and broad they are for advanced AI developers. They mandate identifying and mitigating risks across the entire AI lifecycle. They call for robust physical security and safeguards against insider threats. They push hard for reliable content authentication, think watermarking. Plus, they demand that companies publicly report their AI's capabilities, its limitations, and properly disclose their privacy policies. The big takeaway here: there is a massive, unified global push for foundational transparency and security.
All right, moving to Section 2, the EU versus US patchwork, a fragmented reality. Now, a unified global vision sounds absolutely amazing, right? But the actual reality of implementing it is incredibly fragmented. Over in the EU, they built this single, comprehensive, horizontal regulation. That means it applies broad, strict rules across all industry sectors. It's a risk-based classification system with binding obligations, and they are not messing around. Penalties can hit up to 35 million euros. But then, look at the US. There is literally no single federal law. Instead, companies are dealing with a dizzying patchwork of state-level laws, federal agency guidance, and sector-specific enforcement. So if you're a global operator, you kind of have to build your compliance to the highest standard, the EU model, and then meticulously stitch on those US-specific overlays.
Section 3. Navigating rapid legislative shifts, the Colorado pivot. If you want to understand just how volatile this U.S. regulatory patchwork actually is, Colorado is the ultimate case study. They originally passed a really strict EU-style risk-based AI Act, but look at the sheer speed of this reversal. In December 2025, a White House executive order challenges state AI laws. By March 2026, a draft rewrite drops. In April, the Department of Justice intervenes, and a federal judge actually stays the enforcement of the law. Then boom, just weeks later, in May 2026, Governor Polis signs a brand new bill that completely replaces that heavy EU model with a much lighter disclosure framework. Literally an entire regulatory foundation dismantled in a matter of weeks. Regulatory whiplash at its finest.
So how in the world do legal teams survive this kind of whiplash? Well, here are 4 practical ways to recalibrate. Number 1, whatever you do, do not dismantle your existing risk management programs. The core utility of those programs is still highly valuable across jurisdictions. Number 2, reassess your scope. Colorado's new law actually got rid of previous small business exemptions. 3, you need to audit your AI tools to see if they materially influence consequential decisions, because that is the new trigger for compliance. And finally, keep a really close eye on Attorney General rulemaking. The laws might pivot on a dime, but your internal governance has to remain rock solid.
Which brings us to Section 4, elevating board AI oversight, the corporate response.
We've talked about the external legal threats, but how are corporate executives reacting internally? Well, they're moving aggressively. Just look at this data from EY on Fortune 100 companies. Back in 2024, only 16% of these top-tier boards specifically cited AI risk as part of their oversight. In 2025, that number skyrocketed to 48%. That means board-level oversight of AI risk has literally tripled in a single year.
And the really crucial thing here is how these boards are actually executing this oversight. They aren't just paying lip service to it. In 21% of these companies, the audit committees are leading the charge. In others, it's being handed directly to technology or governance committees, and they are writing these formalized responsibilities right into their committee charters. They're actively reviewing how the corporation approaches responsible AI and making sure ethical AI is practically applied in the business. Make no mistake, this is a major boardroom priority now.
Section 5. Taming Agentic AI Risks, the Next Frontier.
Now, you might be wondering why boards are suddenly so hyper-focused on this. It's because the technology is evolving fast. We're moving from AI that just generates text to agentic AI, systems that can make decisions and take actions completely autonomously, without any human prompting. And according to a Risk Connect survey, a massive 60% of risk leaders are actively considering plugging these powerful agentic solutions into their operations right now.
But, and this is a massive red flag, out of those leaders rushing to adopt agentic AI, 55% haven't actually assessed the risks yet. Think about that. They are deploying advanced autonomous systems completely blind to the internal threats. And the risks we're talking about are severe. 68% cite huge data privacy and security issues. 52% are highlighting the very real danger of an autonomous AI making a decision that directly conflicts with business goals or, even worse, breaks the law. And 38% are just terrified of unintended actions from runaway processes. When state laws are already shifting this rapidly, having an autonomous AI making decisions without strict guardrails is just a recipe for disaster. So, how do we fix this? We test.
Section 6. Actionable Risk-Based Testing, the G7 Roadmap.
To mitigate all these wild internal and external risks, we have to return to that global standard. Let's anchor our final strategy directly in the G7 text. This extract makes it super clear that organizations must identify, evaluate, and mitigate risks across the entire AI lifecycle. It's a direct call for rigorous, ongoing evaluation, both before and after deployment, to ensure your systems aren't posing unreasonable risks.
So let's make this actionable. Here are 4 testing measures drawn straight from the G7 that you can use to secure your systems. 1. Deploy diverse internal and external red teaming to actively stress test your frameworks. 2. Enable full traceability for your datasets, processes, and decisions. You absolutely have to know how your AI reached its conclusion. 3. Facilitate third-party vulnerability discovery and reporting. Let outside experts find the holes. And 4. Implement robust content authentication and provenance mechanisms. These are the practical steps you need to take right now.
As we wrap up today, I really want to leave you with this stark reality from the data. Only 17% of respondents say they feel very prepared to assess, manage, and recover from political risks. That means the vast majority of your peers are fundamentally unprepared for the geopolitical and regulatory chaos that is already at our doorstep.
So here's my final, provocative question for you to take back to your teams. Is your organization proactively building its AI governance to the highest global standard today, or are you just sitting back reactively waiting for the next legislative pivot? Because the organizations that win this era are going to be the ones that build robust, unified frameworks right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, stay structured, and I'll see you next time.